All right, all right. Welcome to the space with the best music in the entire world.
Dude, I
Um,
missed it. I
did you?
literally, yeah, I got busy at work for a second. I missed the whole song. I can't even tell you how the audio did.
Yeah, I was waiting for Katie to come in abstract chat and be like, "This is ass." A still work in progress, but we'll see. It's all good, all good. But you sound about as muffled as my audio, anyways. So, it be what it be. Kenny Powers, GM, sir. Happy April Fools.
Yo, did you fall for anything this morning or what?
No, bro. And there's so much bullshit out there on the timeline. Like it's very difficult to believe, like what to believe. But I did see a post is also said that today is the day where you find out if the head of your marketing was is actually like doing a good job. Um I think that was ICO that said that. Not really sure. So, um, and here's Spencer being a little bit too, uh, you know, I mean, bro, enjoy the day, I guess. But he quote tweeted the Pump Fund tweet and said, "Annual reminder that corporate April Fool's Day posts are not funny nor net um, business productive and should be avoided at all costs." So I would say that was probably one of the bigger ones I've seen today was the Pump Fund one, where they were basically saying the coins are no longer pumping and nobody's having any fun, so they're just rebranding to Dot. That's pretty good. Did you see that, Kenny?
No, I didn't see that one.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm not gonna bookmark any of this and pin it to the top, but yeah, if you go to Pump Funds X, they said the two reasons that they changed the name was coins no longer pump as they once did. The ecosystem is not as fun as it once was. So they've rebranded to just Dot. Yeah, pretty good stuff.
Well,
Now,
they're not wrong in the
yeah,
sense of things don't pump anymore.
yeah. Now, had they actually changed the Twitter handle, then now I would have believed them. But yeah. Yeah, pretty wild. There was another one that I seen where um there was another one that I seen that actually affected the token price. And I can't remember, and I thought I bookmarked it, but I didn't. But it was another brand that had a token, and they put out a tweet that was pretty convincing, and it actually dropped their token like 5-6% because people thought it was real. Yeah.
Bro.
So yeah, don't make any rash decisions based on any accounts post today. Is all I can say. Unless it's Donald Trump, you always have to believe
I
the
mean,
president.
I would definitely say April 1st, 2nd, 3rd, January 31st, December 4th, whatever the day of the week it is. Just don't believe anything you read on the timeline. That's probably a pretty good way to go about it.
Yeah.
I saw Jay Bond had a tweet that was doing pretty well, saying he was launching an NFT project. Free mint. Drop your addresses below.
The sad thing is I wouldn't put it past, J Bond doesn't need it. But I wouldn't put it past some of these people to drop some mints. I mean, but that tweet was definitely blowing up. But then you always get the asshole that's jealous of the engagement, and then they quote post it saying, guys, I hope y'all know this isn't real, or like whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's pretty shitty there, but be what it be what it be. But like I said, half the stuff you don't even know if it's real or not. But I'm here for it.
By the way, why did we get a fake storefront from Creeps the day before April Fool's Day? They could have launched that. I think after 4 years, I could have waited one more day for the fucking joke to land.
It depends on where they are in the world. Like if they are, yesterday, it could have been April Fool's, depending on where they were.
That's the dumb thing. I've seen a lot of accounts that I know are in like Dubai or Australia or wherever. and they're posting their April Fool's joke at like 8:00 last night. And I'm like, you guys scheduled a little bit too early.
Hey, listen, I know we all up here on the stage live by the code of freedom units, but not everybody in this world does.
Yeah, but crypto revolves around the United States hours. Like, I mean, X, nobody's posting bangers at 2 or 3 in the morning. I mean, it all happens during peak U.S. operating hours.
Whale posted 2-3 in the morning, and he always does well.
Yeah, but the time he posts, it's like 5 a.m. for us. When he's posting,
depends on who you're targeting. I would say English speaking crypto Twitter is based on U.S. hours, but there is like a whole other side of the planet there, Bucky.
I know. Elon started leaking some of the Asian timeline on us, last week or earlier in the week.
Yo, what was up with that? Why is Japan shit like I must have missed it? Did something happen regarding Japan?
I don't know. I'm not sure why they started putting some of that on our timeline, but they definitely did. It was all centered around that one video that was circulating around of the girl laying on the bed, and then there was like a bunch of shit in the background, and then but I never looked into it any further. I never even watched the whole thing. I just remember them posting about it. So yeah. But be what it be. But yeah. One thing that I know, I'm assuming is not fake, is this Rec Drinks Rec Energy. It's like a pre-workout, I would say, Kenny, right? Or is this not designed as a pre-workout? Did you see this or no? Probably didn't even see this either.
Whoa, I'm talking. Sorry, I was on mute. No, it's definitely real. I mean, you can order it off of Amazon right now. $40. It's definitely on par with like standard pre-workout drinks. Like there's a list of ingredients you can read through. But it went live.
Is that like an average cost of pre-workout?
Yeah, in the ballpark range. Yeah. I mean, you can get some on the low end for like $30, on the higher end for like $50. This is smack dab in the middle. I think it's $39.99.
Okay. Yeah, there was a thing that had like the details of what is actually in it, but I can't find that now.
It's on Rec Drinks, the Rec Drinks Twitter handle.
Yeah, I'm on their fucking Twitter handle right now, and I'm trying to find it that had the actual stuff. Now, did you look at the ingredients? Is it like comparable to what?
Yeah, it's right on par. Let me see if I can find it. I'll pull it up for you.
Yeah. I got it right. Is this it? Yeah, here it is right here. The full formula. 200 milligrams of caffeine, 250 milligrams of cognizin, 150 milligrams of what the fuck is that?
L-theanine.
L-theanine? What the fuck is that?
Way too many syllables for this guy.
What does that do? Do you know what it does?
It's a supplement. This is all for muscle recovery.
Makes your soft part stand up, brother. That's what it does.
Well, is this a dick? Is this a dick drink or is this a fucking?
Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't know what it does.
1 gram of taurine,
arginine, taurine. It's got all that. These are all standard products in pre-workout drinks.
Let me ask. I want to ask ChatGPT: is this heart healthy? Because
we just do a segment of the show where we have cheeses try to pronounce multi-syllable compounds. Can we just do like a 5-minute segment a day?
We can do that. Yeah.
Hey, by the way, there is a flash badge up on Abstract right now. It's you just have to make one trade. I thought it might have been I just saw a post about it. I thought it might have been I don't know, April Fool's thing, but it doesn't seem to be. It's actually on the Abstract portal. So go do a swap, folks. I just claimed my ticker Burr from my 9 staked bearish NFTs that constantly yield my token on a Borean. And I'm just going to do a little swapperoo over to ETH. Let's go see if I can claim my badge now. View details.
All right. So short answer is mostly fine for healthy people, but not ideal if you've had heart issues or sensitive to stimulants. And I'm thinking that's just because of the coffee.
The caffeine.
Yeah, but fuck, I mean, I drink a couple of cups of coffee every morning. So yeah, and that's what it's saying. Better alternatives, lower caffeine. So they sell like a heart healthy pre-workout. I just haven't tried it. And it's like $25, $30 more than the fucking every other pre-workout. All because it's heart healthy, is what they say. They say instead of using like caffeine, they're using some other alternative to give you that amp, you know. But like my buddy does, he has his pre-workout. Bro, this motherfucker's like twitching and shit and like got like an itch every time we get to the gym, and he's got to go like immediately.
That's from the niacin, which it gives you that kind of itchy feeling.
Dude, niacin. I forgot about that stuff. Did anybody use? It used to be like an urban myth, and I don't know if this was true or not, that you could like if you needed to pass a drug test for like, you know, school sports when we were in high school, you could like burn THC out of your system by taking like a mass quantity of niacin. Guys used to be walking around with like their skin on fire trying to pass drug tests. I don't know if anybody else ever heard that or if it's true.
No, never tried that. We were dumb. We would do like a cap full of bleach and a glass of water. We would do.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
that explains a lot.
Yeah, we would do a lot of dumb stuff to try and get it out of our system. You know, this was a long time ago, Kyle. Long time ago. But yeah, so go get your fucking rec drink pre-workout there. Yeah, the niacin was also part of that. Was also, I was just watching a short last night where this guy was testing different energy, different pre-workouts, Kenny.
Yep.
And there was one that was from the early 2000s that was banned because it had such a large amount of this niacin in it. And like this dude did it, and he's like, I had massive gains. Like he was showing himself during, like he would take it and then go do a workout and like, you know, see if he could up his reps or up his PRs on any of his bench or squats or anything. And yeah. And he's like, definitely making gains, definitely good, but I am fucking like, he's like, I was just like fucking booger sugar and whatever. He was geeked up.
I'll tell you what, I used to use a lot of supplements. I never really felt a big difference with almost any of them. I basically stopped taking all of them. I do still do creatine. I still take creatine and like a collagen peptide thing. I just do that in a protein shake with some high quality protein powder, but that's it. Dude, I used to take vitamin D and fucking ashwagandha and fucking, dude, I used to rock around with like fucking 7 or 8 bottles of different supplements in my lunchbox all the time.
Yeah, that's yeah, I just go to the gym. I haven't tried any pre-workouts because every time I go to get one, they're like, everybody's like, oh my God, you have heart issues. You can't fucking take that stuff. And I'm like, all right, well, whatever. But I don't think it would be a problem, Kenny.
I mean, it's not ideal.
It's just elevating your heart rate and opening your blood vessels, right? I mean, I could definitely use with some opening of blood vessels.
I love that you're acting Dr. Kenny Powers, PhD, about your fucking cardiac situation in regards to pre-workout.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not, you know, typically they will tell you not to take anything with high amounts of caffeine or any of these particular supplements if you do have existing heart conditions, because it's, you know, just, I mean, is it safe to do it? Technically, no. I don't think it would be a problem for you, but it probably would not be a smart idea.
Well, I have a doctor's appointment next month, so I'm gonna go find out.
I bet your heart's doing a lot better. I'll tell you that much. Since you've been on your workout arc.
Yeah, we'll see. Kyle Hahn said lunchboxes are so 1990. And I replied saying that he probably had a Power Ranger lunchbox. I can picture Kyle with a Power Ranger lunchbox.
I have a big boy I just bought the biggest one I could find on Amazon. I carry all kinds of shit in. Dude, you got to keep in mind, I'm in here for 12 hours. I also carry my own water. I don't bring water in here because they've been like printing and whatnot on this ground forever. And back in the like 70s and 80s when this place was first put in here, dude, they used to just like fucking flush chemicals down the drain and shit. It's,
so for the standard person that just eats like a normal lunch, can you give us like a quick rundown of like what is an idiot's lunch looks like? What does it look like for a day?
Well, I bring breakfast and lunch, right?
Okay.
So I come in here every day. I have 2 packs of mixed nuts. Let's see, 2 mandarins, an apple. I literally have in front of me right now sugar-free yogurt with blueberries and strawberries in it. And then about 11, right after the space ends, I usually do my protein shake. I already told you, 2 scoops of protein powder, 2 scoops of creatine, 2 scoops of collagen peptide. And then at 3, I'll have a sandwich and some sour cream and onion chips because, you can't just be clean all the time, right? Got to eat a little dirty. That way you feel good about eating clean, right?
Okay. And what else is in that lunch suitcase?
Oh, I mean, other than that, I have a gallon vacuum insulated thing for water that I bring in. And then like a shitload of tools. I have like, tools.
You have tools in
lens
your lunch.
wipes,
You have tools in
chargers.
You have tools in your lunchbox.
It's a big old fucking lunchbox, buddy.
Hold on. Are you bringing just a toolbox and putting your lunch in it? Or is it?
Sir, you are a toolbox, but no, I'm not.
You take a pic? Can you take a picture of this thing?
Yeah.
And put it I want to see what this looks like. Han said the more important thing, does the box fit in the fanny pack?
You can make anything fit in your fanny if you try hard enough and you're willing to go to the hospital. Anyway.
Oh my God. Barrel, what's up, bro? How you doing?
Yo, GM. What up, Kyle? What up, Kane? What up, Cheese? So Cheese, dude, this rug pull fucking bakery, bro. I burned through $25. I mean, I just threw $25 in ETH, and I only got like 250 cookies, and I just said, "Fuck." I knew
for $25, you only got 250 cookies.
Yeah, so I figured I did something wrong or whatnot.
You did something wrong.
It sounds like you did something wrong. How did you only get that?
I don't know. I mean, there was only 3 people cook out the whatever. I'm kind of over that. That was kind of a. I kind of, these things seem to be happening quite often with abstract, where they just seem to be ETH burners. But I did the, like you said, I did the automatic, and nothing came out of it except for lost ETH and 250 useless cookies. But whatever. Is that badge still available?
Everybody wants to say that every cute little fucking retarded game on abstract is just an ETH burner. Nobody said that.
Whoa.
Nobody said Pump Fun was just a soul burner for the last 2 years while you were honestly, all rinsing me of all my fucking liquidity, okay? I didn't hear any fucking Solana fun. Everybody was like, no, buy my bags. This is great. We're having so much fun on Solana.
Well, Kyle, that sounds like a skill issue to me, bro. Not necessarily a Pump Fun issue.
It was certainly a skill issue.
Yeah, I don't know what you did there because we got to echo. Barrel.
He rotated.
Oh yeah, he fucking echoed. I don't know what he did though to spend $25 and not get the cookies like that. That should have gotten him cookies like really. I was like 200 short, and that cost me like $3 the other day to get the badge. So I mean,
I hate to say it, but if you're trying to farm XP, Moody Madness is still the way to do it. The cookie game is, fun, I guess, if you want to get into the like competitive side of it, if you want to like jump on the Scarly team and, just fucking outperform the shit out of everybody and feel good about it. But I'm trying to farm XP as cheaply as possible. So I'm sticking the Moody drops thing.
Barrel, I don't know what you did because I was like 250 cookies shy of getting the badge. And when I went in to do it, I didn't have very much ETH, and it was literally like $3 to $4 to get the other couple hundred cookies. So I don't know what the fuck you did. Your bakery was in like slow mode or something.
Yeah, I got to go back in and figure it out then because something wasn't right. Because I mean, because it would make cookies and I would lose cookies. Is that what yours was doing too?
No.
Or like when your whole batch made, say, like 50 cookies, I would only get like 3 of those 50. Something.
I don't understand that. No, not unless. Not unless somebody had because you're in my bakery, right?
Yeah, a cheese bakery. Yeah, I think so.
There's the problem. That motherfucker.
No.
Yeah, buddy, you hitched your car to the wrong fucking wagon. That's what happened there, buddy.
No, are you in Cheesy's Cookie Den?
Fuck, dude, I just went to Cheese's bakery. I don't know, bro. It was like the third thing. Fuck. That's probably what happened.
If you went to Cheesy's Cookie Den, they have a lot of people. They have so many people sabotaging, and they're losing like 25% of their cookies. Here's one sabotage that's been going, and you lose 75% of your baking.
Yeah, so that's what it is. I got hosed.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. You joined the wrong fucking bakery, bro. You got to go to the unmolested cheese bakery.
Jokes on me. Fuck this shit. It's always something, man.
Yeah. Why would you call your bakery Cheesy Cookies?
Mine's just no. This is the guy. When this thing launched, there were 2 bakeries that were launched. One was Saigar's, and one was Cheese's Cookie Den, and that was not mine. They were already way ahead of everyone. And so then I said it in the space. I was like, oh no, we got a fucking problem. And mine is named Cheesy Bake is the name of mine. So there's nobody over there fucking with that bakery. We're ranked 375.
Okay, hold on real quick. So do I gotta leave that bakery? Or can he steal my shit?
I don't know I don't even know if you can leave a bakery. Because like when I go to Cockring Cake House, that's number 1.
Unreal. What a fuck.
Whoa, wait.
I didn't know my favorite massage parlor had a bakery.
Well, this is Scarley's Bakery. It's called Cockring Cake House. There are 1,524 cooks on this bakery, and they have baked a fuck ton of cookies. Well, it says 683,000. People are. It's all out war right now. Because he was at like 1.8 million cookies, but people are trying to rug him so they can get into 3rd place. So here's the prize breakdown. Right now, the total prize pool is $34,018. And if you split it up, 70% goes to the top bakery, 20 to the second, and 10 to the third. So $23,612 will be split up in Cockring's Cake House, but it also depends on how much you did in the bakery. And this is where Scotty was talking about how this kind of compares. Some of the mechanics are kind of similar to Zeet rewards. So if you're in there baking and you're kicking ass, you're going to get more of the 23,000 than someone who's not doing more.
Yeah, but how many people are on that team that's going to earn 23,000?
1,524. But that does not mean that all those people could have joined and seen how expensive it was and actually not really done much. You see what I'm saying? So it depends on how much you have your tab open and you're baking. Because last I had heard, if you leave your tab open, it's like $9 an hour to leave your tab open.
It's like $9 in 5 minutes, bro. It zapped through my shit so quick.
Oh, did it really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you were getting fucking
vacuum.
Yeah,
fucking. Man.
You were in the wrong bakery, bro. And I don't know if you can actually leave the bakery or not. Somebody in my bakery can try. See if you can leave it and then come back. I mean, can I abandon my own bakery? I don't think I can. So
no, don't do that. I mean, I'll just try and join yours now.
Yeah,
see what happens.
But you have 7 days, basically 8 days left to get that badge. And then Kyle, you said all you had to do was just go over here and make a swap, right? To get the new badge?
Yeah, good looks on that. So, Chief, real quick.
I got that badge too.
if I leave this thing, am I going to get potentially screwed on this money I could possibly get for getting screwed, or is he just going to take all of that too? Most likely.
I don't know. I would
Brother,
imagine.
if you're in a bakery that's getting rugged that hard, I don't think there's going to be any money to get.
No.
Well, he's talking about his cookies that he has. He doesn't want to lose what he has, and I'm not sure. I don't know if the bakery keeps the cookies.
Okay.
I don't know if you can leave the bakery and take your cookies with you. I'm not sure.
I got cooked. Hello.
Yeah, you got cooked in the bakery for sure.
You know it.
Yeah. That sucks. Well, the Flash Trader badge, super simple. Just make a fucking swap, and you're good. And
it's so simple. Even Kenny Powers can do it. I just got a badge.
Did you really? Wow, look at this guy. Wow.
Wait, what badge did you get? The Flash Trader or the cookie one?
The Flash.
Oh, he ain't getting. He's not doing the other one. That ain't fucking happening. Yeah, that's definitely not fucking happening. Let's see if I can do. I'm gonna try and do.
Maybe this is gonna bump my XP from 46 to like 54 now.
Maybe.
Nah, I'm gonna slide in the Giga back channels and let them know that you're a futter right now, dude. They're actually gonna take your XP away.
Nice.
Yeah,
my 46 XP, it's gonna be gone.
No. You're gonna get fucking. How much XP do you even have altogether right now?
I don't know. I'm gold tier.
Yeah, that's way too fancy for you. I'm gonna have them give you like a 50% haircut on fucking total XP.
It's probably what you did to me too, bro. I'm down to like 1,000 a week, and I'm Giga Chat or whatever fucking role.
Where is the? I don't know where in the fuck this is at. I was trying to look. I'm on my other abstract account, and I can't find like the rewards section. Because I have the screen vertical, so it's like it's a pain in the fucking ass. Yeah, I don't know. Mullet, what's up, GM?
Yo, what up? Good morning. Happy hump day. Happy April Fools. Hopefully none of you guys get pranked too bad. My boss had a hell of a joke this morning. He got hella people wound up. A bunch of people were threatening to go home. I was dying laughing. One guy called my boss an asshole at least like 3 times in a meeting. It's been a hell of a morning. But I was just curious, where the hell did an idiot get a Mary Poppins fucking lunchbox? Like, I might need to invest in one of those.
Did he actually put a picture of it in the comments?
Yo, it's very on brand for an idiot if you don't know him. My first lunchbox was a Knight Rider. I don't know if anyone remembers that fucking show, David Hasselhoff. But that was my shit back when I was
yeah.
Knight Rider.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
I remember when I was a kid and my grandfather would tell me all about Knight Rider, Kenny Powers.
He didn't share a picture. I'm just wondering how he fits so much shit into a fucking lunchbox. Because I'm like thinking some tiny little thing that holds like maybe some fruit and your nuts in there, whatever. But I don't know how you have all those tools and everything else.
No, it's obscenely big. And it's not like I keep a whole tool. Like I just keep a couple key items. Like if you look at that, I pinned it to the top. If you look at the picture, you can see I have like a tube cutter there.
Bro, I have the bigger version of this, the one that has the
shit. No. This is the biggest version of it. It just looks
I have a bag like this. It's made by a brand named Titan. And
it's the big Titan lunchbox. If you get on Amazon or go to Walmart, they sell them there.
Yeah, well, mine's not a lunchbox. Mine's it's wrapped in a bag and all that shit just like that, but then it velcros to a rolling stand. Is what mine is. And then the top of it.
Oh my God. You're one of these motherfuckers with the fucking wheels on your lunchbox. Holy shit, dude. I thought I was gay.
No, the top of it has a little door. You can open it up, pull it out, pull out what you need without having to unzip. No, this is for like when I'm going to fucking like my sisters to go by the pool all day, or we load up fucking.
Now look, I'm gonna make fun of you about that, but I'll say this: you put a fucking little electric motor on that thing and a bike seat, and I'm sold, dude. If I got a lunchbox I can ride around, dude, I'm 100% buying that.
Yeah. See? Oh, I just got the.
He has a microwave. Oh. He has a microwave on his rack too, so he can heat up his lunch.
Kyle does, not me. I thought
you just said
huh?
You just said you put it on a rack with wheels. What do you mean you don't have a microwave on it?
It like comes with that. Like it comes with it. I didn't like make the fucking wheelie thing for the cooler. It like comes standard. I'll fucking show you. Kyle's got one at home. I know he does. Why isn't that letting me redeem the motherfucking badge, bro?
It wouldn't let me at first either. I finally just closed my laptop, and then when I came back, it said it was claimed. I still don't see it showing up in my badges, but I'm sure it'll get there.
Yeah, well, I got it on the main account. I just didn't get it on the other account.
Oh, you multi-walleting? You so bad. Stake your role. Oh.
Yo, that's not very Giga Chat-ish of you.
Oh, it's
FYI.
it's very Giga Chat-ish. Like, I have so much conviction that I have two accounts.
Oh, so you're just trying to get multiple airdrops instead of one, like a real community member.
My first account, Kenny, I guarantee you, all right, this account right here is very inactive. I just use it to chat with and watch my streams. This account has 1,141 total XP.
Did you just say you chat with yourself in your streams with your dude? What kind of fucking schizophrenic have you been? And how did I not notice until today, dude? We've been doing these for 4 years. I didn't notice that you had voices in your head this whole time.
No, you're not understanding what I'm saying. On my vertical screen, I keep this abstract chat up so I can see the stream at all times and see the stream chat. If not, I have to go to one of my other screens and flip back and forth to see the abstract stream and see the fucking chat, because there's no chat integration in one place. Like, I use StreamYard, but using StreamYard, it will only import the comments from the X Spaces and from Kick or YouTube. The problem is, even if I go to reply in StreamYard to one of the comments, it doesn't reply back to anyone on X. So now you got to go to the X live stream and reply there. So yeah, it's a fucking nightmare. All right. It's not as easy as just sitting in a factory, digging in my big lunchbox, eating my sour cream and onion chips, motherfucker.
Which he puts inside of his sandwich. Let's not leave that out.
Yeah. Hey, there's nothing wrong with putting chips inside of your sandwich. If you don't do that, you're kind of sus. So I agree with that. And it's a good flavor to stick inside your chips. Go ahead, Beryl.
I wanted to see if you guys are, I know you're with Toshi and stuff, Cheese, but are you big?
No, I'm not with Toshi anymore.
Oh, okay. Hell yeah. All right. Are you big on Polymarket? Or any of you guys are?
Yeah, I like Polymarket. I like Myriad.
Myriad sucks. I know you don't like it. Yeah. That's dog shit, right? That has no liquidity, and it does, like, the market does not work.
Let's go check some of their liquidity now that they have BNB, because they're not on abstract anymore.
Okay, well, I'm talking when it comes to sports, because I am never ever going to motivate people to sports bet in any way, shape, or form. But the whole dynamics of sports betting has changed entirely to where you're no longer betting against a house, you're now betting against idiots. That if you know the sport and you know how a sport works, and you can watch these charts, and you can also set limit orders on certain things, bro, it's like taking candy from a baby. It is the easiest thing if you know a sport and you know how. For one, basketball is a game of runs. That's what basketball is. I played basketball my whole life. Like, it's a complete game of runs. And if you watch it, you can kind of get a feel for it. Now, there's a time where you're not going to be patient enough, and there's times where you're going to be too greedy, but that's why you set limit orders for this shit. And really, you're going to be rewarded for doing this on top of it. I am super confident that the Poly token and airdrop's going to do well, because how gambling works is any gambling website will just disperse free money. That's how gambling websites work, to hook you in and get you betting on their website, because they know how addicting it is. So they're going to do the same fucking thing with this token, dude. Like, they're going to make everybody want to be talking about the Poly token, how much free money they got from this Poly token on a gambling site, dude, because that is 101 gambling. That's how gambling works.
Yeah.
Okay, I have an extensive background in this. I don't want to get into details with that, but dude, trust me on this. Gambling works on giving people free money like a drug addict.
Yeah,
that's
100%.
How they come.
But there's so many people that are using Polymarket. Like, there's concerns that you're not, unless you're a heavy trader, that you're not really gonna, get big rewards from this.
Okay, now that's for the volume. Now, there is other ways they're going to reward too, by adding liquidity and using the limit order system. they've said that, and you can look into it yourself too, because I've read several threads on this, and I'm as confident as ever this will be my most rewarding airdrop. I mean, obviously I've built up quite a bit of volume, but dude, at the end of games, if volume is what you want to do and you have a bag of liquidity, bro, you can stack up volume so fast. Like people dude, that's why the people have multi-million.
I've literally only done probably $1,000 in volume over there. Like my biggest win, I'm looking at it right now, is $45. So
okay, but like the win shouldn't, like your win shouldn't be your goal, because if you're in and out of bets and your objective is just profit and volume, then don't get too greedy and worry about how much you're actually winning if volume is going to be your goal. Now, I do it for profit now because I've gotten to know the system, and I'm using the limit orders to where this has been extremely profitable. In the March Madness, I took a couple of L's because I don't know college like I know pros. And I kind of got a little degen with some profit and took some L's. But NBA, dude, that's my strong suit. Especially now going into playoffs. Be a little cautious when teams are resting pre-playoffs. Now I'm going to kind of take my foot off the gas for a while until playoff starts. But if you do your research and you're selective and patient, it is like taking candy from a baby. It really is.
Is there a place where you can see your total volume on Polymarket? Because I can't. Where's that at?
Yeah. So if you click your profile top right and you hit leaderboard. Yeah. And you can hit today, weekly, monthly, and all.
Oh yeah, I see all. Yeah. So all time I'm down $118 and I've had $22,361 in volume. I'm ranked 2,139,078. Fucking cooked.
Well, I mean,
look. You see, you're laughing at me, bro.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, no, you're laughing at me.
I'm not laughing, dude.
You are.
I'm just, but dude, there's other ways. No, please, dog. Come on, I'm not laughing at you. But like, no, for
he's
real.
Not laughing at you, dude. That's just one of the voices in your head. Back to you, Beryl.
I guess.
No, for real. I mean, you can just do the ad. You can sponsor these things too. That just by adding liquidity and sponsoring.
Yeah,
that's another way to. I don't know. I mean, there's no guarantee on airdrop. If you're chasing airdrop from me, obviously you're not going to win. But this one, I would bet money on that's going to be profitable. And the only way Polymarket is going to succeed, man, is if people are talking about this massive free money airdrop they got and telling their friends. So, because they're going to do a season 2 airdrop, you best believe that. You know, because people are going to go tell the world, then they're going to come chasing the second airdrop. So if this first airdrop is not big, then Poly's cooked. And it's not going to be cooked, in my opinion. Yeah. So they got to compete.
I think I have $7 in here. I think I'm going to put some something on what will Trump say during the address tonight.
I don't do any of that shit.
I love dimension markets. They're pretty fun. If you're watching them live and you have, if he says 6-7, it's 6% right now. So if you bought that, that's pretty good. I don't think he's going to say 6-7.
Oh my God, he said it. He said the thing.
No, I didn't say it like you say it. Like you're supposed to say it.
How are you supposed to say it? I'm just kidding. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'll leave. Don't do it. Does anybody know, and this is going to sound funny, but I don't mean the legendary. There's a bearish PFP in my DMs called Bitcoin Baddie. Not the Bitcoin Baddie. Everybody calm down. Not that Bitcoin Baddie. But does anybody know that account? Is anybody familiar with that account up here by chance? The bearish PFP?
Baddie? No.
GW, bearish guys, Vanna, I see you guys down there. If you guys are familiar with this account, let me know, because I'm just curious. They DM me something. And
are they in your DMs saying, hey, I really like your PFP, let's swap?
No.
Their account works sus.
Yeah, it already sounds sus. If somebody, Bitcoin Baddie is literally on the timeline right now asking for money. So
not that Bitcoin Baddie. It's a blue bearish PFP, and they do have a lot of mutual followers. I have a lot of mutuals with them. So it seems like it might be Oh, okay. I didn't want to say what the DM was because I wasn't sure if they were doxed as this, but the DM is about they're running this ticker OK, and apparently they were the one running the ticker Poly on Abstract. Does anybody know if that's true? Because it says that in their bio. I wasn't going to say that because I didn't know if they were like doxed as the dev or
Why'd
not.
they quit running Poly?
That's a red flag.
They said they're still running poly.
Oh, okay.
They just have this ticker OK, which is I think attributed to the Cappy thing on Abstract. I was just wondering if anybody was familiar with this account or not.
Bitcoin
Their account looks kind of sus. They're all just like reposts. They hardly have any actual posts.
Oh, I see Bitcoin baddie here. Follow back. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I was just curious.
It's a lot of repost of abstract shit. Yeah, I mean, they got 45,000 XP yesterday. Those are original posts. Could be somebody real. I mean, just go in the Bearish Discord and ask around. Be like, yo, what's up? Y'all, who knows this person?
They are tweeting about this OK coin and poly a lot. So I don't know. Might be. I was just curious.
Yeah.
Shout out to the old Bitcoin baddie, dude. Like, fuck that coin. Yeah, you rugged us, but dude, bring back that Discord. What do you say, Kenny Powers?
Hey,
bring
man,
back that Discord.
That Discord was popping. I don't know who was in that, but
yeah. What Discord?
Bitcoin baddies Discord. It was like the only fans of Discord.
You weren't in there, KP?
He was. No. He was in there under Smooth Houston. That was his Discord.
Anyway, moving on swiftly.
Yeah. All right. Barrel, I bought that Trump was going to mention either the word crypto or Bitcoin tonight, which is very slim that he's probably going to, because it's probably going to be about energy in Iran. But if he does, I bought it at 6%. So I put $7 on there. So I'll make, a decent little bag if he happens to just mention Bitcoin or crypto. So I'm hoping within the next few hours, the U.S. seizes like a massive amount of Bitcoin from some Iranian that they rolled up on. And Trump's like proud of it or something. So we'll see. Brad, what's up, GM?
Yeah, GM gang. Not a whole lot. Just moving kind of slow today. Was up late last night, and I heard you guys talking about the poly market potential token, and just seeing what was good that the alpha is there, if we have any alpha, because I don't know. I think everybody's talking about providing liquidity and these LP rewards, and how that'll tie into the token versus volume done versus all the other stuff that they could essentially be tracking as a KPI for the qualifications for the airdrop. And so
I mean, Barrel seems dialed in pretty well with it. Barrel, do you have anything on that?
I mean, I've been on poly market for like a year and a half now, so I've raked up like over $350,000 in volume, which is not even significant to what most people on there have. So like, if volume is your goal, like your best bet is just to hammer gains late with a big bag to build. That you can also sponsor certain events. Like you can just put liquidity into it, and I think it's locked for like 5 days. And you see, this is the part that I don't know much about with this is I don't know how you're really making money on that. I think you can make a small percentage for the fees now, because now they're charging fees. So I think if you sponsor it, you're actually getting a percentage of those fees. Now, don't quote me on this because I've only done it once for like a small amount of money because I didn't want to get burned. And then it returned it to me with an additional 3 cents on it. So I'm assuming that I just got paid the fees for that particular game. Now you can also do limit orders. Now I know they're going to be rewarding for this too. So on your games, it's kind of foolish to not use the limit order access, because if you're trying to click a bet in right as you see it, it's not going to go through. It just won't, because people have so much liquidity already locked up into it. You're going to get passed like on chain. You know how on chain stuff works. So you're best to do limit orders to buy and sell stuff if you're really looking to make profit on it. I mean, to me, I know basketball, like I already said before, is a game of runs. So me using the limit order system is working very, very well for me. So again, and that's what they want, because that's putting liquidity into the ecosystem, and that's what they want. So I do see them rewarding that system the most, because you're not going to really catch up with the volume, like I said. So I would kind of focus on the sponsor, limit order, like with those two things, if that makes sense. I kind of was all over the board with that.
Oh no, dude, no. Yeah, no stranger to poly market here, and realistically, like I'm wondering though, because like you can't, I mean, yeah, you could just do limit orders through like your bots, right? But like, are they mapping these to people accounts, like, or just any wallet account? You know what I mean? Because like, you don't have to like do the whole human thing with the delicate wallet and all the BS when you just run it via the API.
I just use their system. I'm not using a bot to do limit orders. I just use the system they provide. So you can just click on market. You can click it to limit. You know about that, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I'm not using like a bot to do this stuff going off. I do all of it myself. Like I'll predict the limit order. I put in the price. Like I'll watch the game. I'll get an idea of, because you watch the chart, you get an idea of really where the whale money is. You can see it clear as day because it'll be a huge run, but the line won't move that much. That's a signal to me instantly that this game has a heavy whale play on it. So, dude, I've actually gotten I know this like the back of my hand now. When I see those kind of things, I'll either attack that game or lean away from that game, knowing that. Because you know this, Brad, like you'll be late in a game with an underdog and they're only down 2 points, but still your underdog at 15%. So making money on that underdog on an upswing is basically impossible unless they go up in the game. So it's kind of like once you really get to know this in detail is how you can make some real money. That's why I've gotten kind of confident. I'm throwing some bigger money at it now because I don't have to get the bigger rises in the percentage, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, dude. No, I yeah.
I know my descriptions are so ass backwards. I haven't really thought of a way to really describe this in detail, but yeah.
Have you tried using on-site?
No,
you haven't. It's like a Telegram bot that automatically, you can set limits. It'll auto trade for you and all that through Polymarket.
I mean, you can do it on Tater Trader too.
Like, what's the point? Like, why? Why would I want something trading for me when I can, like, put in the numbers myself? I don't get that.
Because there's an edge there that you can get when you're doing it algorithmically versus manually clicking the buttons. The lag.
I believe it's like anywhere between 5 and 10 seconds or something like that. Indicate. I've seen a couple things regarding it, but like apparently you're seeing information quicker than the public would, or somewhere along those lines, right, Brett?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can get it. There's a serious lag between the front end, especially on Polymarket, and what the actual like order book has, at different price bands. And so like if you doing it manually like on the website is good for like I'll also do that for like entry exit stuff, right? Like any game I'll come in at like the 50 cents on a team, and especially if they're an underdog, because all they have to do is have a few possessions and all of a sudden now they're up at like 60 cents. And then I'll get out and there's 10%, or there's the 10 cent gain.
Yeah. Like, I don't know why Camel is yet to come in here and talk about fucking on-site. He asked
me because he doesn't want me to ask him any questions about fucking Sugartown.
I know, but he
real quick. I don't mean to interrupt you, Chief. But okay, right when you just said, Brett, on that the underdog, to get that 10% though can be so fucked because sometimes the underdog will have to go up by 10 points to get that 10%. That's the part that's killing me right now. Is that you have to be careful with underdogs. Because underdogs, if you're a sports bettor, that's where the money's at. And that's the part where Polymarket's kind of chapping my ass right now, is they're making the underdogs have to go up too much to really profit. So that will change. That will definitely change as more money comes in. But yeah.
See, I'm already up 63.03% on my crypto or Bitcoin on my prediction here, Farrell.
Fuck yeah, dude, get in and out. That's the key. Get and sell it, and then come back in when it dips.
But see, the greed in you, I'm looking at to win $147.25. So I'm like, hold on, let's get that cook.
What's interesting is in football, it's a little different because, like, dude, I never actually played Polymarket football, but my brother and I used to watch games, and we would watch how quickly lines would change on like interception or, a field goal by the underdog. Like, dude, if there's a heavy favorite and like the underdog will score a touchdown or go up by a lead, like the line flips so much that it's in my opinion, and I'm probably going to dabble with it next season. I just didn't this year. Like you can hit some NFL picks relatively, on favorites because their lines move considerably more with touchdowns than an underdog taking a 4-point lead on a basketball game. Because, like you said, basketball is a game of runs. So it is. I do think there's opportunity there, and there's no house, but yeah, it's obviously if you do it, just be careful. Obviously, Beryl knows what he's doing, but it can get out of control relatively quickly. So just gotta be careful.
Good morning, Juice. My sweet, totally not a brand risk doxed friend. By the way, for everybody wondering in the audience, those muscles are AI. Anyway, over to you.
Yeah, it's an
GM.
His muscles are an April Fool joke. GM.
I wanted to touch in about the poly market stuff.
Yeah.
It was Beryl, right? Beryl was talking about the poly market.
That'd be him. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, bro, like if you haven't figured out, I mean, if you don't want to do autonomous trading, that's perfectly fine. But you should still be using a trading bot, just because it's going to be light years faster than the UI that you're using right now. Just like Brett said. But it doesn't need to be like just because we say bot, like doesn't necessarily mean autonomous, right? You could still just do it manually through the bot, but the way that your transactions are going through are much faster. That's all I really wanted to touch on.
No, I appreciate that. Thank you for that. I'm just like literally a certified dumbass when it comes to this bot shit. So I'm trying to learn this slowly and actually understand it before I jump in and get burned. So I'm trying.
One of the problems is that bot is being thrown around for a lot of different things, right? So the better way to look at it is maybe like a trading aggregator of some sort or trading terminal. Like that's what you would want to get your hands on.
Okay, where can I find that again? What was the website she said?
I don't think this is going to be a website. I think it's probably going to be something that you'll have to set up through Telegram because it's probably just wired up that way. That's how we used to trade coins back in the day. But maybe just do a couple of Twitter searches and see what the best poly market trading bot people are using. Most of them are going to have manual and autonomous, especially at this point. So it's probably just going to be like a setting that you have to shut off if you don't want the autonomy.
Yeah, check the ARB scanners. Search for anybody. There's a site. I forget what the name of it is, but they run a decent ARB scanner that tells you exactly what the current prices are on Polymarket versus Kalshi versus Limitless versus Myriad versus all these prediction markets. It tells you in real time what the prices are for each team during each game or whatever like that, for ultimately like for finding arbitrage opportunities, right? But if that's not what you're trying to do, it still gives you a good idea of what each team is trading at across different platforms, because some of them will update faster than others.
Does that thing update faster than the TVs?
I think so. It's fed via API, right?
So then that's another thing then, right? I mean, you're nerfing yourself by watching like ESPN or TSN on TV. Like you need to get yourself into where the data is coming in as quick as possible. One other thing that you can set up is you can set up like a bot that is sort of watching your trades. That way it's just continuously keeping a log of, which trades are working for you and which trades aren't working for you. Because if you're pulling these data points and you're not using them, I think you're leaving some money on the table, because if you have enough data points, you essentially would be able to set up something that is autonomous and is trading exactly the way that you do right now. But you need to be recording it all.
Right on. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Doxed PFP things, eh? Spreading value and shit.
Yeah, by the way, Juice, when you said that was the only thing you wanted to touch on, you sure, buddy? What if I slid you $20?
I wasn't talking about you, Kyle. You don't need to pay me anything, my Appalachian queen.
Yeah, but I don't feel like we're going to get too emotionally entangled if I make it transactional. I'm really trying
No,
to
no, no, don't
avoid
worry.
getting my heart broken, Juice.
I'll try to ruin your life by the end of it. That way, it stays cohesive with the rest of the girls that you've been with.
Definitely having flashbacks.
Juice, while you're up here, in the post yesterday, I did have that we wanted to run through several other ecosystem updates. And since you have a badge and are a brand representative of Creeps, can you give us a rundown and an update of the latest news and features and things that are coming from the Creeps community?
What we released is 100% serious, and we're gonna fucking rock it one of these days, with or without you. And you guys will all be there to see it, whether you're a lizard holder or not.
Okay, well, that is not very good PR. Like, what products? What do you have coming? What was
Hey, try
announced?
harder, Juice. My bags are depending on it, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have this in me right now. I can't. I'm not able to do this. Take the badge. I've got my hands behind my back.
Yeah. I mean, looking at it yesterday, it sounded like there might be a slew of several mini games along with some play testing of Creep's Party. I'm excited. I don't know about these mini games. I'm sure they're just like some vibe coded, keep us busy type shits, but I am excited to see some play tests for Creep's Party. That looks like it might be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think they said that updates or people will be seeing these coming out very soon. So I don't know if anybody in the audience has gotten a invite to play any of the games. They said once that's set up, that play test is done, then they will move on and start inviting others to do the same. Looks like, yeah, they did the Aliens Among Us always sold out shop. I went on there. It was cool. It was just a whole bunch of different shit, and everything is literally always sold out. Some of the items were pretty dope.
Did anything happen if you I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
I opened up the website, saw that it wasn't actually a clothing capsule, and was somewhat frustrated and just closed it. Did anything happen if you clicked on any of the items?
Yeah. You could add it all to your cart. There was like a fucking here, I'll just go to it right here. It's pretty cool. I like it. Like some of the stuff, I'd be like, man, I'd like to have that in the fucking background. They have like a Creeps energy drink right here for $9. If you scroll down, there was another one that was, where was the one? It was Lizard Brain in a Jar, $9,999. So when you click on it, it tells you about what it actually is. You add it to the cart. It was added to the cart. So now I go to pay for it. $10,018. You go to check out, but every time you go to it, it's giving you like different prompts and whatnot. So like right here, I got a 420 too many requests with a melted, burnt out candle. Then next time you go to try and do another one, and you add it to the cart, then it the screen starts freaking out and shit. Like, I mean, they put, this is more thought and more, depth than what had been in there. So right here, I'm gonna try and buy these ritual.
I'll give it a second look. I'll check it out again later on, play around on the site. I don't know. I was
So this one should give me so this one says contact support. Then it gives you a coupon code. So then I'm gonna return to shop, and it's a whole nother feature. So I'll go to the Cult Handbook here. I'll try and buy that. I'm gonna go to there. I'm gonna apply the coupon code. And then when I check out, it should give me a whole bunch of errors here in just a second. See, it says network error. Please reload page. I click on it. Oh, yesterday it was like fucking freaking out. It was, rate your experience. I'm going to do one. I'm going to say.
Did I rug? Did he rug?
No,
probably got a call.
You rugged. This sucks. I'm going to hit submit. And then it just starts blowing the screen up. Anywhere your mouse moves, it's smoking my screen with all these unavailable errors if you're watching on stream. So Yeah, it's quite chaotic. If you have seizures, I would not do this part because you could end up fucking falling out of your desk chair.
Caesars, well, we're not eating any salads here. It's
No,
America.
Dude, you're fucking right, dude. Fucking omnivore pussies, dude. I'm eating meat.
Yeah, so they did update the website. Crack the Code is on there. Lazillions. And then you still have Burn Baby Burn, Feed the Lizard, Operation Living Room Soon, and then some other things. So there you go. Dom is claiming he's alive. Not sure if Joe just found his Discord password, but you do with that information what you will.
Yo, who started that rumor, bro? The one that was like, Dom's dead. I was gonna say dope. Dom's dead.
I don't know. I mean, I think that's just it's been a thing because he's been so MIA, right?
Yeah, it must be, right?
Yeah, that's my thing. Yeah, I don't know.
Greta's waving his ass off right now.
Oh, hey Dom. Yeah, so Greta's always in here, so maybe Dom has been here. Yeah. I don't know. Don't know, but that's the update from that. Well, go ahead, Juice.
I was gonna say it's more likely that Greta is like your ex-wife than it is like Dom.
You know who said was listening to the space the other day and couldn't figure out how to get into the space, but then I come to find out they were watching the live stream, and I said, well, next time come in the fucking space and actually come on stage. But it was Tony Chung was listening.
I was about to guess that. Yeah. I miss Tony.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, man, you and I don't think he's in here right now, but no,
Tony's fucking famous, bro. He doesn't have time for us.
Yeah, I know. Fucking on Karate Kid, fucking he did what's the one with Sylvester Stallone? Tulsa King. He was in the last season.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, he was
I
in
keep
the
meaning
last
to watch
season of
some of
Tulsa
that.
King too.
I heard it was good.
But like, bro, his face was literally on Netflix for like fucking 3 months straight. Like the Karate Kid, like banner, like how they showed it, like for different things you can watch. It showed like one of the fight scenes at the end of the season, like in their tournament. And it's like two of the characters like kind of facing each other. And Tony played the main ref of the fight. And he's literally like just staring right at the fucking camera. So yeah, he's must have fucking missed a big time now. But yeah, pretty dope. But yeah, maybe I'll try and get him back in here and see what we can do. But yeah. Yeah, man. Kenny, are you with us still? Kenny Powers.
Hello.
Yo, what up?
What were you doing?
Huh?
What were you doing?
I wasn't next to my phone.
Oh, okay. Your phone is mobile. It's a mobile device. You can carry it with you.
He's got one of the grandma's kitchen iPhones with the fucking cord that you twirl around your finger when you're talking shit about your neighbor.
Hans asked, are you still spinning the Creeps Playground? I think some are doing it, but most are not. They said that if you did win a creep, I think those rewards are going to be distributed here soon. So you never know.
Yeah, they're gonna get distributed once creeps are $100. Then everybody's gonna get their.
See, how can you talk about that, bro? You have a badge.
What? What's wrong with that?
Yeah, I don't know. Just asking for a friend.
There's fucking nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. I guess not. Kenny, so SpaceX they like secretly filed for their IPO today. Did you see these tweets going around?
No, I did not.
Yeah, it's starting to see tweets hitting the timeline about 30 minutes ago saying that SpaceX confidently applied for their IPO. So yeah. Oh no, Bitcoin looks to be rallying back up. You want to kind of run through a little bit of market stuff, and then we'll keep going.
I mean, just overall, obviously, we had a monster day in equities as far as like the stock market goes. You know, we're starting to see a little bit of easing on the geopolitical tensions. You know, there's reports now, whether or not these are true, who knows? But reports saying Iran's looking for a ceasefire. Trump saying, you know, the U.S. will pull out of the conflict within 2 to 3 weeks. What's real, what's not, kind of hard to determine. But overall, because of the easing of the tensions, we saw, you know, a monster day in the stock market. I think $1.75 trillion added back into the stock market yesterday. We had the Dow Jones up 2.5%. S&P was up almost 3%, and NASDAQ jumped almost 4%, somewhere around 3.8 from what I saw. And it continued rally over into this morning as well. As far as equities go, NASDAQ is up another 365 points, Dow's up 426, and S&P's up 75, which trickled over into crypto. Things are looking better. We're knocking on the door of 69. We're currently sitting at 68.7 for Bitcoin, up 3.5%. ETH is up 4%, back up to 21.27, and Solana, rounding up the majors, up 3.5%, back up to $83. Seeing a nice run. Hyperliquid took a little bit of a dip yesterday, but back green on the day. It's at 37.32. Zcash had a pretty decent pump. After the whole quantum scare came out, we saw a pump back on Zcash yesterday in particular. It went from about $212 all the way up to $260 roughly at its peak. But yeah, currently settling in around $244. You're seeing BitTensor back up 7%, back up to 321. So yeah, definitely things are looking a little bit brighter as far as crypto goes. Risk on assets typically take the biggest hit in geopolitical tensions. Now that things are starting to ease, you're starting to see risk on assets catching a bid. So hopefully, you know, we can get a ceasefire in the war and things will resume back upwards. But we'll see. Yeah, that's where we're at right now.
Okay. What about I mean, bro, it's so going to be so weird to see what Trump says tonight. That's going to determine how the markets react and how they continue to react. And that's the, you know, the wild thing.
For sure. I'll tell you this, though. It's kind of been like diminishing returns on like his statements. You know, you go back to when he first came into office, in particular, looking at, you know, that March, the tariff stuff. You know, we saw huge implications from his statements and market reaction when the tariff announcements came out. And people are starting to catch on to the fact that what he says necessarily isn't true. So, like, his, you know, things he says now doesn't affect the market as much, you know, in particular relating to crypto. Whereas, you know, if he said something bullish, like you would see a nice pump on the charts. It's not affecting the chart just because people don't trust him. I mean, you don't know if what he's saying is legit or not. So yeah, it'll definitely have an impact on. Hopefully, it's all good stuff, but I wouldn't expect it to like have a huge impact. Just because like I've noticed over the past year and a half, you know, things he says aren't affecting markets quite as much unless it's like something like really major. So yeah, we'll see how the speech goes. Hopefully it's good for the market.
Nice. Okay. Well, we'll see. What about the oh shit. Yeah, that's that. What about the what about NFTs? How are we looking with NFTs?
I mean, yeah, NFTs, just not a whole lot of volume. Nothing really to brag about, like 8 sales on Pudgy Penguins over the past 24 hours, 2 crypto punks. You know, Bored Apes had 4 sales yesterday. Hypers had 5 sales. Just not a whole lot of volume is the problem. The top collection is Crypto Punks at 66 ETH in volume, or 67, which did about $142,000. Pudgy Penguins less than $100,000 in volume on Pudgy Penguins, which, bro, it's been a long time since we've seen Pudgy's doing less than 100K in volume on a 24-hour basis. But yeah, just not a whole lot of volume over there. But, certain things are doing well. Normies knocking on the door at 0.1. I mean, these things are at 0.04 something just a few days ago, but they're catching a bid right now. Bearish up to 0.08. Pretty solid numbers for bears. They're up 50% on the week. Bears are bullish. Creeps at 0.19, up 19.4% on the day. So that's good to see for our bags. But yeah, just not a whole lot of volume overall. Nothing really stands out.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about any free mints or any of that kind of shit going on.
Froge back up to 0.0259, up 31% on the day. Shout out to Dutch. These guys are grinding, obviously a free mint. But yeah, I mean, I think they're really trying to continue to build out their brand. So good for them. Happy to see them doing well.
Yeah. Sorry, trying to look at something, do something here. Yeah, what else did I have on the agenda today? Because it was did you see the Van Eck and Pudgy Penguin vinyl? Did you see that? That dropped yesterday. It was 190 what was it, 179 for the large, which was about 9 inches, I think. And then the other one was 5 inches. The small one was $79.
Wait, small is 5 and then large is 9?
Yes.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, you're fucked, juice. Yeah, so those they look pretty dope. I like them. It's a limited collection, so there's only going to be 100 of the large and 300 small. And yeah, they are pretty dope. They do look good. I've seen a lot of people fucking buying them. So, I wonder if they're going to drop any of those in. I didn't see any of these in the Pudgy mystery boxes. So, yeah, I don't know. What's up, Johnny?
What's up? What's up? I have from now on holidays for the next 10 days, and I'm pretty excited about it. I feel so good right now. And yeah, I'm happy to be here on the space and to share my joy that I have holidays. And yeah, how are you doing?
Good. Just testing something here. Yeah, I'm doing good.
Bro, I did today, like, you gave a good tip with the 2 balls yesterday, because I was running always with 50 balls, but it feels like it takes the same time with 50 and with 2 balls. On Moody Madness.
It feels like that you're doing what?
It feels the same if you do 2 balls or 50 balls.
Yeah. Were you talking about speed-wise or transactions?
Speed-wise.
No. How is it waiting for 2 balls to drop versus 50 balls to drop the same speed?
Sorry, I was in the audience. I thought I heard Johnny say you gave him a good tip and 2 balls. Is that what I heard?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that's what you heard.
But yeah, no, it Johnny, it
yeah, I did do that. And
how many transactions did you rack up?
I don't know. I did like 5 rounds of it. 500
so you got
rounds.
Yeah, so then you got like 5,000. You should have got like.
Hold on. Did
6,
you just launch
000.
the 2 balls 5 times, or did you launch the 100 games 5 times?
100 games. The whale.
Okay, let's go. Yeah, let's go. The thing is, if you have time to let it run, it is racking up those little puzzle pieces, and it is unlocking like skins and shit for the actual card game, which are actually NFTs that are in your wallet. So like, if you have time, I would, run it at 50 balls. But if you're just trying to like quickly farm a shitload of transactions, the 2-ball thing's definitely alpha. I try to just let it run though. I'll stack all the skins and in-game bullshit I can. There's free NFTs for a game that is actually fun. It's the same. You get more XP for the ball thing than you do for the game.
Johnny, what you have to remember is XP resets every night at 8 p.m. Eastern. So I don't know what time that is for you. So if you're trying to maintain so many transactions per day, you need to remember at 8 p.m. Eastern is when the time resets for the new day. Okay. So I'm looking at your wallet. On the 31st, you had 16 transactions. And then yesterday you had 3,186 transactions on Abstract is what you had. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you, to Johnny, you're not as locked in on Abstract as I thought you were, sir.
He didn't even hit the max cap.
Yeah.
I had 35,000 yesterday XP. It's okay. It's not the best, but it's still good.
But I'm looking at your heat map, and there's a lot of gray on this heat map, Johnny, which means you are not active on Abstract.
I'm collecting seed.
I'm looking at multiple weeks where you went in a row of not interacting on Abstract.
Yeah, that was when you got like XP for having NFTs.
Okay, so hold on. Are you just here for the XP? Or are
No,
you here
I'm
to have fun?
Here. I'm here I wouldn't be in your space if I wouldn't be here for the fun. But sometimes I need to motivate myself to spend money on shit there.
Okay.
What are you even doing to Johnny, dude? What are you doing to this guy?
I'm asking the man questions. That's it.
I tried paying my bills in fun the other day. They wouldn't let me. I don't know.
You should. Yeah. Well, I don't know what to tell you there. You're just shit out of luck. What? Hold on. What else do we have here to discuss today, Kenny? What else did we have on the agenda? Rec drinks. Oh, Corky's mint. What?
I will say,
Damn,
I like to give updates on the Death and Taxes collection. Shit's getting really interesting over there. We talked about last week. It's down to 265 citizens. Remember, the last 69 NFTs surviving will take share in the prize pool. The prize pool currently, the Treasury, after it's been 30 days, current prize pool is 137.5 ETH, which we're looking at the prize pool of about $293,000 right now, which is going to be, remember, split between 69 NFTs. The burn rate right now, the tax rate, 0.0207 per day if you want to continue playing. And the floor price on Death and Taxes right now is 0.18 for an NFT. Again, I'm curious to see if whales step in towards the end as it gets down to like 150. Right now, I guess you're paying about $42 in taxes a day. But at the current price pool of $293,000, it's getting juicy, bro. There's going to be some people that make out a pretty decent bag. I think when it's all said and done, each person will probably get somewhere between $6,000 to $8,000 if you are participating and make it to the final 69. But yeah, something it's fun watching, monitoring it. I mean, that prize pool is getting fucking big, bro. Almost.
Are you in or out of this eco right now?
I thought you sold.
I thought you were waiting to get back.
No, I'm
in
out.
Or something?
I'm out. Okay. I didn't want to pay the taxes. Yeah. But yeah, I mean,
are you still thinking about getting back in? I mean, is it like, I don't know. What's your plan? Because you're definitely locked in on it.
I'm curious when it gets down to like 100, and what the tax rate is at that point, because it goes up by 0.0016 every day. So, it might be worth a flyer to just try and get in like towards the end. You skip all the first month and a half of paying taxes, you jump in towards the end but it's going to get really competitive when it gets down to 100. I'm curious to see. I mean, this could end up lasting months, depending on how dedicated people are to paying and trying to get into that prize pool. But the prize pool could get up to, $400,000 or $500,000. Who knows? So yeah, it's something I'm watching and monitoring it. I'm curious to see, where the Treasury ends up. It could end up being $500,000 when it's all said and done. That'll get split between 69 NFTs. And then on top of that, one person could own multiple NFTs of those final 69. So, I mean, somebody could end up cleaning up a pretty decent bag of money, if you were dedicated enough to pay taxes every day on your NFT. So, yeah, just watching that. I thought that's something cool.
No, that is cool. It is cool how they're doing all of that. It's interesting to see something gamified, and I don't know. It's good to hear people talking about JPEGs on mainnet too, to be honest.
Yeah.
Speaking of JPEGs, maybe not on mainnet. Kenny, how do you feel about buying those bears at the bottom, brother? You're welcome. I told you. I bullied you into it.
No.
Now
You told me to buy them at 0.2, bro.
No, they weren't 0.2. What are you talking about?
They were pretty up there.
I mean, it's always a good
how
day
are
to buy
your
a bear,
vlogs
brother.
doing?
Who's flogs?
Yeah, the ape one.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that one which you have minted like a few weeks back.
The flogs? Like
That
from the
happened
coin
months ago.
flog? Yeah, dude, I cheated those. Those were going down egregiously. I don't know, man. Look, I think the art's pretty fucking cool on the Flog collection, but it became like abundantly clear that there wasn't really much of a plan for that collection. So I got rid of them. It broke my heart, but I wanted to buy. I don't know what I did with that liquidity actually. I
Maybe you
probably
bought
was
seed
buying
cards.
more bears. No, this was before the Z thing. I think I was buying bears. I think that was during the Blinko tournament. And I was just stacking bears during that Blinko tournament. So that's probably where that went.
We got like for Blinko, we got Burr token, right?
Not
We
yet.
got the
We
token.
got honey, right? But the honey conversion hasn't happened yet. And
I
to be
thought you
honest,
can convert it on Dan. I was like claiming some Burr token and bought another bear.
do you have bears that are staked?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what you're claiming. You're yielding
Oh,
from your
okay.
staked bears. You're yielding because they're staked on a Borean, and they are yielding more ticker burr. I actually just got my flat Dejani. There's a badge. Did you get your Flash Trader badge?
Not yet. When I come home.
Yeah, dude. Claim a little bit of your burr, sell a little bit of it. You just have to do one transaction, and
Yeah, it's just
go buy some burr. Go buy some ticker burr. That's an option too.
I lost a bear because I was so stupid to put on a Borean like a liquidity pool for Boer and for USDC. But then I didn't got the badge, and then I figured out later it was for something else, the liquidity pool.
Yeah, if you're gonna play around with your ticker burr at all, make sure that you stake any of the bears that you want to keep. That's how you keep them from. That's how you keep the 404 contract from activating and ripping your precious bears away from you.
I'm so pissed. Like my Pengu boxes are like out on a truck somewhere. They were already supposed to be delivered. Leave it up to UPS to not hit the window. And I was hoping they would fucking come while we were live on stream so I could open these bitches. But it's not happening, bro.
Is anyone expert with the Turkish mint with the inks?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like
I was gonna talk about
0.69.
that.
What's that? $100? Bit more? No, that's a bit more than $100, right?
How much? They're $100 to mint.
So phase 1 VIP 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern. This is all tomorrow. Total supply 2,500. You have several. This is a very long article. I have it pinned up at the top. It's not an article. It's just a fucking tweet. Phase 2 is 5 to 6 p.m. Eastern, 60 minutes. Holders, Quirkies, Quirklings, and inks mint one at a time. And then there's 4 ways to mint that. It's 0.069 ETH. Then 0.0275 per mint will automatically go to Street Vault. Any ID Quirkling plus 0.022 ETH, an inks mint pass, or 2 pyramids plus 1 Quirkling that burn. Those are the 4 different ways that you can mint. So you either pay the 0.069 ETH, and they're taking a percentage of that and putting it into the vault, Any Quirkling plus 0.022 ETH. So did Johnny?
Does it mean I have to burn my Quirkling?
No. The only way the Quirkling gets burned is if you have 2 pyramids from a long time ago when they were doing one of those activations. 2 pyramids plus 1 Quirkling, you can burn all of that, and you mint 1 of the inks.
But
So-
what does that mean? How can I understand that? Does that mean that any ID Quirkling plus 0. Does that mean if I hold one or if I send one to the contract?
It doesn't say. It shows 4 ways to mint. It says any ID Quirkling plus 0.022 ETH. In this particular section, it doesn't say you have to burn the Quirkling.
Yeah, that's confusing me a little. Maybe I will take a screenshot and write someone.
I mean, I can tag Poppy and get him in the space right now.
Oh, it would be amazing if we hear
Jesus
what
thinks
this
he's got
is.
so much motion,
I'll-
dude. He's like, I
it's
got
not that
fucking
I have
Poppy on
motion.
speed
I'll
dial,
fucking-
buddy. I'll
I'll
get that
message him.
motherfucker in here right now, bro.
Let me message
Don't even
him.
worry, bro. Me and Poppy, we go way back. He owed me a couple favors from back in Cell Block 4.
Chief is gonna hit his life alert button and Poppy will show up.
Yeah, let me see what he's doing. If he's not in a meeting, I'm sure he would love to come in.
Let's bring up Divergent Flowers and ask him how the vlogs are doing.
I mean,
Oh.
you know, I hate to say it, but for the price of creeps that he sold and bought those, might be about even. I mean, it might be a wash, to be honest.
Check the train. Pull it up.
Hey, maybe Hans knows how this works. He's now up.
Jim Hans, how you doing, buddy? Miss you,
Hello,
Poppy.
I'm
I'll
good.
be on stream tomorrow.
Oh well, all good, all good. You do what suits you best, man. You have to burn them. You hear me?
You do have to burn it.
Yeah.
The
right?
0.02 is if you burn a Quirkling or an Inks. You can do both.
See,
You
why
can-
wouldn't they put the burn right there with the next one? Like I'm sharing it on.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sharing it on their last tweet from yesterday.
Mhm.
It only mentions burn. There's Poppy right there. It only mentions burn on one of the ways to mint. The one that says any ID Quirkling plus 0.022 ETH.
That's a burn.
Oh, because see, it doesn't say burn next to that one. It only says
but
burn
go on.
next to the pyramids.
If you mint it, it's 0.06, and if you burn it, it's 0.02. It makes sort of sense.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm
Okay.
so disappointed that Poppy showed up this fast because I was going to troll Jesus for thinking he had such motion. But dude, Poppy got here so
It's not
fast
having
that
motion.
dude, Jesus's fucking chest is so inflated right now.
It's
Bro,
not-
the
it's
motherfucker's sticking that shit out right
It is
now.
not inflated. It's called I know where an active founder will come in a space and come fucking
Hello,
talk about a
Poppy.
product that they're launching. What's up, Poppy?
Poppy.
Yo, what's good, boys?
What's cracking?
What's
Glad
going
you
on,
came
Poppy,
in,
dude?
sir.
Good to
Hello.
have you.
Listen,
And make
when
me not
when,
look like an idiot.
when Cheese throws up the bat signal, I'm just coming to hang out with Kenny and Kyle, you know,
Let's go.
and Johnny and the Johnny. You know, the Johnny's gonna be here. Even with that ridiculous PFP, the Johnny, I've been waiting for you to put on the Quirk Kid version.
Whoa.
No creeps hate, no creeps hate. Just that he has a cuter.
No, it
he has a
literally
quirk-
is a ridiculous PFP. He made that. He doesn't even that creep does not even actually have a
Ain't even on
He made
chain,
that.
bro.
It's not
It's
even a real
Photoshop.
creep. Fucking Gemini.
Photoshop,
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's worse.
Yeah, we call him Grok Johnny.
Microsoft Paint.
Yeah. Fucking Microsoft Paint. Yeah, so Johnny came up here. He was crying because he's got to burn his Quirkling, all this stuff. And then we were just kind of, I have the tweet pinned at the top. We were going over some of the mint things. Hans came up and said, you do have to burn your Quirkling. I was just confused as well because on that 4 ways to mint, the number 2 part, it just says any ID Quirkling plus the ETH. And then 2 sections down, it shows 2 pyramids plus 1 Quirkling. But then it says burn next to that one. It didn't say
Yeah, so
burn.
there's all because there's multiple phases. So, you know, the original team when they put out the inks mint, the original, actually the only way to get it from the beginning was if you were staking a Quirky and a Quirkling. You would get, like, every OG Quirky got airdropped the pyramid, and then if you were staking, every 30 days you would get one of the 4 items. So you would essentially have to stake for 4 months, and you got an orb, an hourglass, a key, and then the last month was a skateboard. And then that whole mint opened up. Only about 900 inks were created. When I purchased the project in September, there was like 915 inks, let's say. But I got a wallet for the treasury with like a couple hundred mint passes. So we started using those mint passes as like bounties, giveaways, whatever, right? So now there's 1,093 out of 2,500 created. And so I've been trying to figure out really since September how to properly finish the mint, because, people quested and staked and held the assets for years and then somewhat got shafted because the art is not complete. There wasn't any one-of-ones revealed out of, 2,500 collection that's supposed to have 10 one-of-ones. There wasn't one revealed in the first 1,100. And then previous team opened up the ability for people to buy mint passes for 0.25 ETH. And though there was only like 100 sold, that didn't leave like the best taste in my mouth or theirs. So I've just been taking like a super, super objective look at this for 6 months, thinking, okay, how do we like finish the mint, get it out there? Because I hate when things are done half-ass or just like, it feels weird if a mint is incomplete. Number 2, I think the art has so much room to do better. So I'm thinking about that. And then, like, how do we do it without burning anybody, especially the OGs, the people who've been around the longest? They're the ones who you like. For me, I'm trying to do it right by them every decision we make, while also inviting new people, activating the current community, the new community, because obviously we've grown. Our community's like doubled active users since I took over the project. So it's like, how do we kind of create as close to a perfect world scenario as possible? So what we came up with is this like VIP window. That's a 2-hour window because we got some unks. Some of our like biggest holders are boomers, so I got to give them 2 hours. I love them to death.
Shout out Flex on stage.
Flex is actually a savvy boomer, but no, we got a couple guys who I know are going to be. I don't want to box them out, but we can't sit around and wait forever, right? So we did 2-hour window. People who have inks mint passes can get in there, and then people who have pyramids with the items and a Quirkling, they can get in and start minting. I think we'll see about 80 to 100 max created in that first 2 hours. So that'll take the available supply from, let's say, 1,400 to 1,300. Then we're going to open up for the holders. In the holders phase, you can still do the mint passes and the 2 pyramids and a Quirkling from phase 1. So that'll carry out. But we introduce the ability for you to mint with just straight up ETH, 0.069, nothing else. And this is separate, 1 Quirkling, any ID number, and 0.022 ETH. But the max Quirklings that can be burned through the whole mint is 251. That'll take us to that'll take Quirklings to 9,400 supply down from 10,000. So about a 6% total burn. And the only reason I even had the Quirkling burn in there is because the original team like pitched inks as deflationary, and that's how the original mechanics were. And then introduced some other things that didn't make it so deflationary, and some people were butthurt. So I said, okay, cool. You know what? Let's make this a little deflationary. But again, like the Quirkling's art is great. We don't just want to like manipulate the supply. I think it's my guess is that Quirklings will be the lowest entry to the ecosystem when all this is said and done, because the Inks art is just insane. Quirklings will probably trade around where they're at, in between 0.05 and 0.1, or maybe a little bit higher. It seems to typically be the range where, there's a lot of volume. So, hey, you want to burn a Quirkling, go ahead and do it. And that does that make more sense? Because there's just two different ways to burn a Quirkling. I think that's the confusion.
Yeah. Johnny, does that answer your question? This guy disappears.
No, I'm not disappeared. I listened to everything. Yeah, for sure, it answered my question. Thank you, Papi. So yeah, great. I will go. How many hours from now is that? 5 to 6 p.m. Eastern.
So it'll start basically in 26 hours and 20 minutes from now.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
The VIP window, the holder window will start like 5 p.m., which right now it's 12:40. So 4 hours, 20 minutes.
Okay, so late night at my place.
Yeah. I try to pick, dude, it's so tough because we have a huge European base, huge US base, and like very little, like nothing really in Asia besides a few holders. And then we have a huge Australian base. So it's like, shit, how do we do this? So I think 5 p.m. Eastern is like a perfect time to kind of get early morning Australia, late night Europe, and like midday US. So I feel good about the time frame. It is a short mint though. Like it's only really, it's going to be 1,300 inks. That's why we did the actual mint mechanics as a 1x1, because I don't, there's some guys who are ready to mint 50 or 70, and people were getting scared that they wouldn't be able to mint. So we're like, all right, cool, let's spread it out. Whoever wants one or two, they'll be able to get in there, and then whales can, over the course of an hour, you can get 50 if you want or whatever.
Yeah, I had several people, because we've seen several projects mint, and the team ended up having to step in and mint quite a few of them. And I've had people ask me, do you think they're going to mint out? And I'm like, bro, it's so small. I said, in the community is so fucking active right now. I said, this thing's going to mint out so quick. Like, it's not going to take very long. So I don't foresee there being any issues. One question I had, so we seen the Quirk Kids banging artwork. Now now that same artist has done the same thing with the Inks collection, correct?
No, it's a different artist. We actually brought back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we brought back Finch, who was the artist who did Quirkies, Quirklings, and Inks. And we have Molly on staff. She's Quirk Kids artist. She does our quirky recognition cards. She does a ton of stuff for us. So she's full time. And then I brought back Finch like 2 months ago officially, and he's actually the one building all this Inks art that you guys see. Everything that we've put out on Inks is completely him.
Are we going to see is there a possibility or the idea floating around that we could end up seeing the actual Quirklings art of like changed or upgraded, or have you had that? I'm sure somebody in the community's like said it and mentioned it.
No, I've never heard the
Really?
suggestion. Nope.
Okay. Right.
No, but I'll tell you, hey, listen, it's a reality check, and Juice is docs now, so let me give some alpha.
Juice is docs. What about that? Yeah.
Juice is docs.
What about it?
You get some alpha. I'm fired up. Somebody messaged me the other day and goes, down so bad he goes docs. I'm like, yo, Juice is a great guy. Don't do that. He's building his brand, leave him alone. But no, listen.
Wait till creeps flip Quirkies, all right? And then I'll be back to hosting spaces and, hitting my life alert button so Poppy could show up and give the spiel. And I'll be like, yeah, it's pretty cool what you guys are building over there. But, nothing compared to what we're doing over here.
Listen, just don't, never mind. I love creeps all. Somebody would take that joke, clip it, make me sound like an asshole.
Probably.
So I'm not gonna say it.
The shit Juice was saying earlier about creeps, dude.
But listen, if Inks flip creeps, it's gonna be diabolical in the chats. That's all I know.
Oh!
Anyway,
Could happen, bro.
Joe, listen, maybe that's what Joe and Dom need, you know? Just a little third collection flipper.
It's funny how you kind of you kind of step back a little bit before you say something now that you're a founder, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got to keep your fucking mouth shut, and you're like, God damn it.
And to be honest, dude, I have so many friends that are just like massive creep holders. So like I am praying daily for it. I talk to Martin a lot. He's a good guy. I just like, it's tough, man. So the creeps FUD stays in the pocket. And I hope it does well. You know, I hope it does well.
Yeah.
But the Quirklings. I mean, look, people love Quirklings art. Like I've had a few people tell me they prefer it. You know, obviously as floor price goes up, art looks better. We know that. So it is what it is. But yeah, no.
You said Quirk Kids or Quirklings?
Quirklings.
Oh, I gotta say, man, I love the Quirk Kids art.
Oh,
I've said this before without anybody even being here from you guys' team or whatever. I think it's just so fucking cool the way that you guys did that and just loaded it right up on the original NFT, just handed that art to the community. Big shout out to you for that, dude. I think the Quirk Kid. I'll be honest too. I have, and I've said this before. I never really, the Quirkies art never really resonated with me. It's just not my thing. You know, art's subjective. I really like the Quirk Kids art, and I like these inks too, quite a lot.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's always been one of the biggest conversations since I've been in Quirkies, that people you either love the art or you don't. And there's really there's no middle ground there. But, you know, we talk about this a lot. We were talking about it this morning. We were talking about it yesterday. I received a message and I shared it with the chat that somebody was shopping, and when they went, they were like in between a couple things. And when they went to the Quirk Kit and looked at the companion sealed the deal for them. And it was a big purchase. It was like a 3 ETH beard trade that they did. And I thought, you know, when we were creating it and we like, oh my God, like Molly actually drew, the companions happen on accident. So she was actually drawing a stethoscope because we have like a doctor's coat, and she put a stethoscope on the floor. And I was like, damn, that's actually a good idea. Like we should look at every trait and create companions. And she's like, oh my God, okay, let me work on it. And like a week later, she came back with all these like stuffed animals and the coconut for the Hawaiian shirt. And I was like, yo, this is a game changer, because really now, instead of just somebody shopping 2 images or 2 characters, they're really shopping for 3. And I have personally made decisions, because I've been adding to my bag a lot. I'm trying to build up call it the Poppy Museum, but I've been trying to build up my bag. Really, I gave a lot of my Quirkies away, number one, but also I think it's important to lead by example, put your money where your mouth is. So, plus I love them, but like I've made a lot of my decisions based off the Quirk Kid. So I completely agree with you. It's changed. It's the reason why our floor price is where it's at. I'm confident enough to say that. I think we'd be having success if we never did Quirk Kids, but I don't think we would have the strength and success that we have now. There's no way.
I remember.
I would say, real quick, excuse me, sorry. I was just finishing some yogurt. I would say the reason the floor price is what it is because you've done an excellent job of being a forward-facing founder, communicating with your community, and like really kind of like being present on the timeline. There's not a whole lot of NFT teams out there doing that right now. I put Ty and Chris from Good Vibes Club in that category of like being very accessible to your community, you know, kind of spearheading the industry and like being very active. And the reason y'all's floor price is what it is right now is because you've taken on that role and done a really good job of it. Happy to see the success for you and the entire community, man. We need more people like you in the industry, because obviously, you know, a lot of peaks and valleys in the NFT industry. Right now, we're kind of in a valley, but that hasn't slowed you guys down. And all the success is really a reflection of what you've done. So kudos to you, bro.
No, thank you, Kenny. No, I appreciate it. I think you nailed it. Like a lot of the smaller, like lower floor price projects, the founders are super involved, and you know that's a really good thing. But like, I mean, what exists in this space? And this isn't this is like, take Quirkies out of this. This is non-biased. This is just as somebody who loves Web3 and is a passionate collector. Like, I look at, if I have 1 ETH, or let's say I have 5 ETH in my wallet, right? And I'm like, where do I want to deploy this? Because I think it's a strategic, conversation in a collector's mind. You're like, all right, where do I want to deploy this, right? If you're not a maxi and you're just like, hey, do I want to get a mutant? Do I want to get a pudgy, a little pudgy, an ape, whatever? Where do I deploy? I think how we mentally break that down has changed drastically in the last few years. I think a lot of people that have stayed long enough and still have hope and belief, or are complete NFT maxis, are way more careful with the Ethereum that they have, because we've all lost Ethereum throughout the years. I don't think there's one net positive collector from 2022 that's still here. Is there even one? Probably not. So, because all the people took their money and ran, they took their profit at the top and bounced. The people that are still here are passionate, but I think it's changed. And for me, the communication is essential. If we're not communicating with holders, if we're not in the trenches, if we're not in the chats, in spaces, people aren't going to be able to understand our vision and conviction no matter what we're building. And it's so interesting to me. I'll just say this, and then I'll get off the soapbox. It's very interesting to me that there's about a dozen teams that have raised ridiculous amounts of money. I mean, man, what I would do to wake up and have $1 million in Quirky's treasury would be 100x what we've been able to do. When I acquired the project, the treasury was at $0. And there was about 3 weeks in, there was a once in a lifetime opportunity to lock in a licensing agreement with a big hip hop artist who every single person knows. And it had to be done right before Thanksgiving, and it cost a little bit of cash. And I was like, and this is for our streetwear line. We haven't done anything with it yet. I haven't really talked about it too much, but it's a perpetual agreement with no deadline. So I'm just saving that as a chess piece. But I just wired the money in personally to the account and signed the agreement, because I didn't want to, let that opportunity go. And I'm proud to say that today we have, especially after the inks mint, we'll have the operating funds that if we didn't make another dollar, we could keep the doors open on this for 2 to 3 years pretty easily, paying several people. The physical office cost factored into that, our Twitter cost, which is $2,000 a month, and our studio cost, which is $3,000 a month. So we could sustain a 10 to 15,000 a month budget for 2 years, maybe a little bit more. So, for me, it's why wouldn't I be as involved or be in the trenches, be with the holders? There's a reward for that, right? And that reward has been us attracting some of the best collectors in the space over the last 6 months.
Kenny, any follow up? He's handling the yogurt.
Sorry, I'm fucking eating, bro.
Oh, this guy.
No, I fucking love it, man. And it's really a testament to putting that work in, and the results are because of the effort you've done. And I think it's fucking awesome. I mean, obviously we're in creeps. I'm still a big creeps holder. Well, not a huge creeps holder, but still, I've been in the community for 4 years. And I can tell you, from experience, once you lose the trust, with it between the founders and the community, and there's no line of communication, the result is people lose confidence in the project, unfortunately. So, I mean, and then Corky's, where it was prior to you kind of taking on that forward-facing role, was struggling, and now they're back to where they should have been. So yep. It's just, it's great to see it, and it really reinstalls faith in me that, there's still people out there trying to do the right thing in NFTs.
100%. It should be, it should just be as simple as this. Any project that once had fans, with a simple change, can get them back, and I think, look, we all love Creeps. Creeps was actually at one point the number 2 for me behind Quirkies. Most of my really great friendships in this space are people that I met in the Creeps community or the Quirkies community. So, and then it's like punks and apes after that. So, you know, I have this belief, whether it's the current team or at some point maybe somebody will come in and take the Web3 side. I think there's solutions, right? People still love Creeps at the end of the day. I see posts every day on my timeline. I still see people buying and betting on them. But it needs direction. And I've offered, you know, the consultation. I'm happy to do it because it's a project that I want to see win. So we'll see what happens. But I think that there's a lot of hope there. I don't know if the current team, you know, has the desire or maybe the strategy in place yet, but we'll see what happens, you know? And I think that says a lot. Now, for the rest of the space, what does it look like for NFTs? I don't know. Candidly speaking, I think there's a lot of people holding on to things that won't come back. They're holding on to a string. They didn't realize the kite already flew away, right? And no matter, you know, if your founder's sitting around waiting for the bull market to come, it's a very dangerous game to play. Because a lot of the times when you're in the bull, you don't realize till it's already happening.
Well, until it's already over. You know,
or until it's already over. Exactly.
Yeah. I tell you what, bro, like I got some of the stuff. Flex is up here on stage. I got sent a bunch of the gear from Quirkies, and I've had a lot of stuff sent to me. I've had a lot of stuff that I've bought over the years. The hands down, the nicest quality of items I've ever had. Like the flannel is so fucking thick. The hoodie.
Yep.
So like I've been going back to the gym just so I can fit in some of this stuff.
My guy.
You know, but I'm gonna tell you one thing. Like you're not watching. Hold on. You're not watching on live stream. But like I have a bunch of quirky shit in my background. And
I gotta get you these new. We're working on some new skate decks. We're gonna get you a whole beautiful backdrop.
Yeah, because right now I have a whole busted up Creeps one up here, and I wanna swap some shit out. But this quirky hat, I wish every brand. I cannot wear this hat because I have a big ass head. This thing looks like a yarmulke on my head. Okay, like I don't know if you caught the video I did for OpenSea, but I did a video for OpenSea. It wasn't a paid partnership. I've been testing their mobile wallet, and they're like,
"Oh,
hey,
I saw."
Yeah,
I
and
saw.
they're like, "Hey, you know, make a post." So I was like, "No, fuck this. I'm making a video." I put the quirky hat on. I put it all the way through the last band and like tied a zip tie just so I could keep that quirky hat because I wanted to rep Quirkies in some way. In
God
the video,
damn, how big is your head, bro?
My head's not that fucking big.
Bro, it's fucking big.
It's
Whatever,
not that
bro.
big, bitch. But
Jeez, I'm 6'3", 265, and that hat is on the. I got 4 or 5. You know, little. I got space.
No. I got this thing on the last button, bro. Hold on. I can't hear what y'all are saying. Like
I got space.
Like so, I'm wearing it right now, but it just like I have it on the last button. I still have room. I could probably close 3 buttons on it.
All right, that makes me feel better. I'm like, Jesus,
but
dude.
I wear my hat like lower, so I like my hat like lower towards my ear, and I think that's the problem with it. And I feel like I look like an idiot. But the hat,
like Kyle, you feel like that an idiot or like an idiot?
You're like that an idiot. But hold on, I want to show one other thing. Hold on.
You're finally learning a little bit about yourself, Jesus. I'm proud of you.
Is the floor 1.39 ETH? Or what's the quirky you're showing, Jesus?
No, I'm not showing a quirky. I'm just showing different stuff I have. This I have.
No, you are streaming.
Yeah, I'm always streaming. This I have from a long time ago. This is a Planet Colors. I can't even remember the quirky holder who made these coloring books. Do you know what I'm holding up, Poppy?
Yeah,
it's
I do.
Oh, Audrey.
Dude, I was just in Germany with Audrey and Felix, and they sent me home with 30. I actually just pulled 30 out of my suitcase this morning.
Oh, really? Yeah, this is super dope. My daughter's tried when she was younger. When I got this, I bought 3 of them. All of her friends, you know, colored and destroyed the other ones. And
where have you been in Germany? In Berlin or
Frankfurt?
Oh, bro, that's like 3.5 hours from here.
Well, why didn't you?
I would. Yeah. If I would know, I would come because for my wife, the brother lives there, so I could combine that.
It was a recon trip.
Oh.
I was with Elon Musk. We were putting Starlinks out.
I think we're gonna see quirky Frank's coming soon. It's like
quirky schnitzel. Quirky schnitzel.
Yeah, but no, I did.
Please, if you need another coloring book, I literally have 20 of them.
No. That one I keep just in the back, like displayed. So
I think you should color it on stream. I think you should color it on stream.
Coloring with cheese. Color by numbers. With cheese. Yeah, color by numbers. I need to get some a numbers version of that. But it just speaks to like what the community's done. If you look on my mic boom, I've got quirky fucking stickers galore. I actually sent something to somebody because I still have a whole pack of quirky stickers. And you know what's dope is after that stuff got sent to me, out of the blue, I had another package show up, and this was pretty wild. I had another package show up. I didn't order anything, and it was this right here. And it was just and this was like a month after the packages showed up. And it says, "Thank you for your recent Quirk Life order. We value as a community member. Please enjoy some extra stickers on us for being supporters. The Quirk Life team." And that's follow up after the order that was sent to me with even more fucking stickers. So it's like sticker palooza over here. And these aren't Temu stickers, people. These are thick, quality, nice stickers. So yeah, I mean, shout out to you, bro. I've been waiting for you to get back on here or find a time to tell you and the team and Flex and everybody thank you for that. So it was a lot.
No, listen, anytime. This is like one of the spaces I actually really enjoy coming on, as you guys can tell, have some fun, laugh. But it's good, like it's always good quality combo. It's like the hardest time of the day for me.
Yeah.
but you hit me up, it was perfect timing because my 12:30 got canceled or moved or whatever. I think they're trying to hit me up now. I told them, well, you have to wait.
Well, I think SC has a question. Came up.
Hey, good evening, everyone. Yeah, good evening from across the pond.
Oh, good.
Good evening, man. I was just going to ask Pappy how he felt that inks could be incorporated into studios and into the streetwear brand.
Studios meaning like content wise?
Yeah, so do you see like the law of like ink being made into anything in the studios?
Yeah, I think one of the things, like this is actually, it's a great question. It's my first time being extremely hands-on with the actual curation of IP. Quirk Kids was different, right? In Quirk Kids, we had the ability to like reimagine what already existed, what was already loved. But with this, it does, even though there's like inks already created, I was able to work with Finch every single day for the past 2 months. It's been 6 weeks, but work with him on not only coming up with fun trade ideas, but also working on yesterday, all the naming. We actually named all the one-of-ones, which is the first time that that's happened. So like in the original Quirkies and Quirklings collections, the one-of-ones were created, but they were never given any identity. So that kind of leaves things open. I think there's pros and cons to it, right? If you name it, then the person who owns it doesn't have the ability to, like, the autonomy to create. But we gave them all really fun names with inks, and I think it's gonna go and motivate people to, plug this IP into whatever LLM they're using, create more content, tell more stories, build it out. So look, the biggest reason why we did this, outside of obviously like the incomplete mint, the unfulfilled promises, whatever you want to say, was to grow the IP and the story. Inks was originally like the adversary. So when we're working with one of my buddies, for example, 30 years in comics and trading cards, you can't even have Pokemon without a battle, right? Every good story has a battle. and that involves two sides, good versus evil, or however aggressor versus whatever, right? So Inks is that for us, but we've actually now separated the story again where the Inks kind of rebel against each other. And so it deepens the story and the lore. And Finch is staying on the team with a big focus on our streetwear brand. So he's officially on board. And, he is going to become the lead designer for Quirk Life Streetwear, which is incredible. But he's also going to become kind of the lead driver of our comics and our story. And we have huge, like him and I have massive aligned goals. It's funny, 4 years in the project, him and I met once, spoke twice. Like we never had a relationship. We never had a friendship. And he's become somebody that I talk to every day. I actually couldn't believe how much he loved Quirky still. I thought he kind of disconnected from the space. No, he never stopped drawing, never stopped creating. So he was having so much fun yesterday. He's like, Nate, I want to make another collection. I'm like, listen, we can't do that. There's just way too many NFTs. But, he's like, I just want to keep creating. I just want to keep creating. So, yeah, look, will we weave this into apparel? I don't know. What I'll say is this. There's some badass body traits. And the designs on the surfboards, skateboards and snowboards are unbelievable. I think there's a good chance we probably will build our action sports side of things around this art because it's really, really that good. So, yeah, I mean, deeply thought out, especially on the studio side. We're doing a lot of the Quirk Kids stuff, super cute, family friendly, but our trading card and comic future will involve inks big time.
Yeah, totally, boss. Thanks a lot for the reply, and I know everyone appreciates everything you and the team are doing for the holders and for the projects, and we all appreciate all the effort and all the wonderful people involved. So yeah, thank you all for the answer, and I look forward to seeing what you guys are doing.
Nice. All right, let's go to the man. I don't know, Flex, you available? The man that cheated his fucking bag at the perfect time and jumped in. When I seen him getting in the Quirkies, I'm like, is that gonna work? And then fucking without a doubt, yeah, doing good, man. Good to see your wife's doing better, right?
So yeah, she got the all clear PET scan, which was completely unexpected.
That's fucking insanity.
Amazing.
Yeah,
so amazing.
Even the oncologist, she's like, I can explain it as a miracle. Like they knew things were going a little bit better because she had to get CT scans when she got her pulmonary embolism back in January. So they just can compare that to the ones taken back in November. Then it shows that things were shrinking, but she didn't have an official PET scan since it was late October. So that's the one that actually lights up and shows you exactly what's cancerous, because they inject you with radioactive sugar, which makes the cancer light up like a Christmas tree if you're looking at the scan. And we got the scan on a Monday morning. We knew we weren't going to see anybody because it's not like they just call you back in. Sorry, got a call. You do the scan and you go home, and then they'll upload whatever in the medical jargon into your portal, and you can look at it. And so what my wife's been doing is she's been throwing it into Chat GPT, because then it just translates it into how I would talk, basically.
Yeah.
And we were reading through this, and I was at the gym actually when it got loaded in the portal. She's like, "You need to come home." I'm like, "Great. What happened?" I saw, obviously she sent me the thing. I was like, "Great, we got the results from the thing. It's bad." So I just left the gym and went home. And she's like, "Look at this." And so I'm reading through it, and I'm like, "That says no evidence of cancer." And we both are sitting there like, there's no way. It can't just be gone, because I mean, we've only known she had it for 4 months. They had to switch up her treatment. I think it was 4 times, because it wasn't until January that we even found out that they finally said, okay, it's based out of the lung. The first 2 months, it was just basically kind of blanket treatments. We think it might be from the GI. It's in your lungs. It's everywhere, basically. And for the people that are listening and don't know, we found out that she had cancer in lungs, liver, brain, back, thigh, and groin. So it's spread everywhere. She had radiation for her brain, 1 treatment on the brain, because there were 2 very small spots. And then in her spine, she had 2 radiation treatments there. And we got the brain MRI separate because you don't get a PET scan of your brain. You just get the MRI to see if anything's there. And that came back negative. So we're like, okay, good. Radiation worked on the brain. But then we go in for this PET scan, we get those results back, and we're like, this is honestly insane. Like, oncologist has no idea how, besides a miracle, basically, because of how widespread it was. Like, this can happen to people that have like really targeted, like, okay, you got one spot in your lung and then it goes away. But for this to actually come back like that, like, it was no way that we were expecting this. So there's like, we're just over the moon at this point.
Yeah, bro, that's insane. Like, I remember seeing the original post and how bad it was to where it is now, and it's like that. I mean, that's truly a miracle that it came out like this. So, so how often does she go back now to get checked? Like,
okay, so she still had the newest chemo regimen is a four banger. So she had 2 of them done, and then we had the PET scan. So she still finishes that. She gets her 2 more rounds because just because you got a clear PET scan doesn't mean it's completely gone. Like, you'll always have cancer in the body. It's just a matter of whether it comes back or not. Some people it does, other people it doesn't. So we have 2 more rounds of chemo this month. One's actually tomorrow, and then the next one is in 3 weeks. And then she also gets immunotherapy every time she gets chemo. But after those 2 rounds, they switch it over to immunotherapy only, which just it uses your immune system to fight and block any cancer that's trying to come back. So that'll be probably a forever thing. And then every 3 months, so the next one will be June, we'll get new PET scans to see if anything's trying to come back. But then also, they're putting her on it's a bone shot, but in order to get the bone shot, because some of the cancer was in her bones, like in her spine and in her thighs, it was actually in the bones, not the muscles or anything. So in order to get this shot, you have to go to the dentist and get everything all cleared from the dentist. It's weird, but the shot can cause issues with your jaw. Like, if you ever have to get future dental work, it takes forever to heal. So you have to go in and get everything you could possibly need done beforehand. So they're going to put her on that, and that'll be a once a month shot. So basically, starting in May, we're doing like every 3 weeks she'll have immuno. Once a month she'll have this shot, and then every 3 months we do PET scans. And if it all stays clear, then I think that you have to go like a year of clear scans, and then you can get your port taken out, because she has an actual port like in her chest. That's where they give her all the chemo treatments. It's literally inserted into your chest with a tube that goes up into like the main artery in your throat. So until she gets the all clear for about a year, that'll stay in because it's the easiest way to give somebody immuno. But for now, I mean, we're all clear, but at the same time, like, we did a lot of stuff that wasn't chemo related. We did like a whole holistic side. Like, I did it with her too. So we take 30, 40 pills a day that are essentially cancer fighting. And we're going to stay on that. We switched her diet up from, she drank a lot of iced tea, like just straight up sweet iced tea. And we figured out.
His wife's calling him. Doesn't realize he's on Spaces. He's in trouble, Poppy. Why are you talking about me?
Yep, she's on. She's actually in her which account is hers? Bossy.
Who? Oh, that's her? No, that's not her, is it?
No, I'm just fucking.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, he got rugged. But it's still.
I got a phone call.
Oh, okay,
sorry.
All good.
I wasn't looking at the phone, so I just kept talking.
Yeah, no, it's all good. Yeah, man. Well, either way, it's still pretty badass. She's a fighter for sure, and I know the community rallied, pretty well, and you were keeping everybody everybody's fit in check too, because I kept seeing you hooked the whole damn nursing squad up with Cork Life gear, so that was pretty
bro.
dope.
This guy calls me and says, "Yo, I need like 16 dream sweatsuits." I'm like, say no more. They all wore it on the same day.
Yeah, some of the images I seen, they look like
they brag about that stuff still. Like, they're like, I never get cold in this, because we're up in the Northeast, so like we've had like 3 nice days so far the whole year. Everything else has been 50 or below. So
yeah, you're not far from
love that stuff.
You're not far from an idiot there.
Nope.
Yeah,
about an hour.
Yeah, I think we looked that up one time.
Yeah, no, Flex, it's pretty amazing. as far as like diet and things we consume and stuff like that, you don't realize until there's an issue, like, like things we can do, preventative measures we can take. I've had two people in my mother and my sister both had cancer. Unfortunately, they had passed away from it, but like it really opens your eyes to like the stuff we consume, things we're eating, things, like little things that, you start doing things and you change your daily habits and stuff like that. And like you can come up with all these holistic kind of natural preventative measures to make sure that you're, taking care of yourself and kind of, giving your body the best opportunity to stay as healthy as possible. So I'm just, man, God works in mysterious ways. The power of prayer is a big thing that people don't realize how big that is. I think you had a lot of people, rooting for you guys. And I'm just, man, I'm so happy for you and your wife, obviously. And, God bless y'all. And hopefully, we get another 50 years of good health for you guys.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I mean, I think one of the biggest things that will come from this, like besides the fact that she's getting back to healthy. I mean, she has to do PT and everything because chemo will just basically take your muscle tone and erases it. Like if people don't know, it's just gone. Like she feels like it's overnight and it's like hard to walk. Like we went from figure around my birthday. I actually just sent a picture. My birthday's the end of December. So around my birthday, I sent a picture to Poppy. I was like, this was 3 months ago. She's using a rolling walker to get around the house even. I had to get her in and out of the bathtub. Like it was bad. Like it wasn't looking pretty a couple months ago. So to get to this point, and then she's had, I think at this point it's 150 people have reached out like, what did you do? Like to the point of they want to know her exact regimen. And so I think the best thing to come out of this, like she's gonna be able to help other people kind of see that it's not all about just, oh, I have to go get my chemo and immuno and I hope it works. But like you can do so many other things for yourself at home that people don't even think about. Like we went and saw Sloan Kettering. They're like the #2 cancer place in the entire country over in Jersey. And the doctor there that we saw, we knew we weren't just like a number of the patient because her sister, who is just a few years younger than Carrie, her sister is going through the exact same cancer that Carrie is. So it wasn't like, hey, okay, do this. It's like she's talking from like a personal standpoint. She's like, just so you know, your mind, it's mind over matter, and don't follow any diets that most people are on in the US. I mean, other countries, she's like, the US is basically a how to get cancer diet from what people eat every day. She's like, so you got to change those two things to get way ahead of the curve. And so that's what we did. So it's crazy to think, and it's not even like some of the stuff's not even hard. It's like change what you eat. Okay, that's not that hard.
Yeah, but you know what? You know what though? Like when my dad had cancer, we had him on this health. My dad was not a healthy guy. He was a hippie, Woodstock, smoke weed every day, long beard, tie-dye shirts. But like when he got cancer, my business partner, some of you guys probably know, Gary Brecka. You've probably seen him all over the internet now. Gary and I started 10 years ago or whatever it was, way before the pandemic, IV clinics, wellness clinics. We used to do people's blood work. And Gary, told my dad, hey, move to Florida. So my dad moved with me and he treated him 2-3 days a week at his house. And we had my dad on like eating healthy, eating right, cutting out sugars and stuff like that. And then his oncologist one day told him, yeah, like go eat, you could eat peanut butter and jellies. You could eat, whatever you want right now. We just need you to eat. And my dad was like, screw you guys. I'm going to eat whatever I want. My doctor told me I could eat whatever I want. And then it was like downhill from there. A month later he died. So it is interesting because I believe that diet is everything. And if you're feeding it, like, if you're Flex, obviously we talk every day. And like from the first day of the diagnosis, we were chatting and you were already taking all these steps with her, doing it with her, encouraging her, positive energy. But also like watching the diet. I think that's a big reason why the outcome is the outcome.
Yeah. I mean, if you just think about it, like, I'm in my 40s, right? When I was a kid, it was very rare to hear somebody that had cancer. And, fast forward to current times, present day, like you can't meet somebody who hasn't had a direct path almost within their immediate family at this point. That is somebody who's had cancer, within a certain family. And, you look at the United States statistic, ranks top in the world as far as like cancer patients, and then you start digging and you're going, well, why? Why in the US? And then you realize a lot of it is the food we're consuming and the way they process food nowadays, especially here in the United States. So, it's really an eye opener for me personally, going through it, with two family members. It really opened my eyes. And that's why I, work out 4 to 5 times a week. I eat, as healthy as I can all the time. These are just natural preventative measures that you can do to really, be aware and be self-conscious of, what we put in our bodies. And those little changes can make a huge difference in life. So, I'm just so happy to hear that you guys are on the right path, man.
Yeah, I truly appreciate everybody that reached out, prayed for us. I can't even make a list of how many people were in my DMs just asking if there's anything they can do, whatever. Just reached out every couple of days. Hey, how things going? Like stuff like that. It was truly a blessing.
Yeah, it's dope. All right, what time is it? 1:18. Fuck, we've been going forever.
One more thing.
Yo.
It was the best decision ever to switch over to Corky's.
Yeah,
I have to throw that back.
I was waiting for you to throw that back. All good though.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna start having a copy trade flex, bro.
I mean, bro, it worked out. I mean, and that community rallied around his family and a time that he needed it, and probably gave him a fucking mini shoulders to lean on. So, no, shout out to the Quirks community and everybody else, on that team and everything that's happening over there. So, they're definitely coming out of the NFT fucking forest fire with very little burns on them, like most.
You can save 15% or more by switching to.
All right, cool. Tomorrow, if you are minting your inks, what is it? 3 p.m. Eastern, right?
Pretty much 5 for everybody here.
Okay.
Unless pretty much 5 p.
Okay, there you go. Make sure you turn noties on for Poppy, Flex, anybody with that Quirkies badge, so you can stay up to date on all Quirkies information. And you guys don't be strangers, man. I know you guys are busy. But I could also do the same and hop in a fucking Quirky space as well.
I gotta be here more often.
Yeah, it's all good. All good. Not enough time in the day. Now you're a founder. Your time's even more limited. So then on top of that, your wife's fucking constantly pulling you away from business and, come do this with the kids and cook me this and rub.
All right, Poppy, how many kids you got, bro?
Marry a Latina. You feel like you got 20 kids. No, I have one. I've got one.
That's enough to keep you busy, bro.
Yeah, Kyle must be busy. He's married to a Latina, but he doesn't have kids yet. So, yeah, when they start coming, they start coming. It just happens. But anyways, sorry, I had to cough. All right, Poppy, thanks for coming in, rolling in. I appreciate it. Flex, much love to you and your wife and family. Thank you everybody for coming in, and we will be back tomorrow for Thursday. Everybody have a good day. I'll be hosting a space with DM live streaming at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Quantum computing has been on everybody's timeline this week. So if you want to learn more, please come join us tomorrow. We'll be talking with the founder, CJ, over there, and diving into some of the latest stuff that's been going on in that ecosystem. So other than that, everybody have a good day, and we will see you on tomorrow. Peace. All right. Woo! That was a long one. Everybody have a good day. Appreciate you all watching.